And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for stopping by. Glad you could. Start of a new week. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Your football team, whatever team that is, did
either won or lost, right?
one or the other. One or the other. And always, as always, we have things planned on the menu to serve up. They were getting into work this morning. I was thinking about, this is like a vehicular thrombus. There's somebody clogging the road. Oh, my God. The traffic in Tampa is dreadful. You know, dreadful?
Yes. Yes, it's bad.
It gets F, terrible. That's grade of F. But, you know, in Los Angeles, people commute to work. It's not uncommon, hour and a half, 2 hours. Why? Because you can't afford to live in the city. And people have to live far away.
You live there, so you...
I know.
What was your commute when you lived there?
It's a mess. It's a mess. I mean, you'll spend 1 hour, two. It depends. Depends on what, no accident. It depends on the time of day. It depends if everybody's behaving themselves on the road. I mean, you can spend, there have been times you'll be caught on those freeways 3 and 4 hours. I kid you not.
You know, we air in Palm Springs, and I just dread wanting to go out there because of when we went out there was garbage everywhere. Remember?
Yeah. It
was amazing, but.
Well, you know, and that's stressful. By the time people get to work, they need to be sedated. Right?
Yeah.
You think about that. And you got the stresses of the job, stress just to get into work. And this is not uncommon. This is a feature of modern life, and it does have an impact on health. No doubt. No doubt. And so you better figure out what you're going to do while you're sitting behind that wheel and all that time. Say, well, okay, what am I going to do on the inside of my head? How are we going to decorate that today? With what thoughts are we going to decorate my mind? And what am I going to, and how am I going to react to all of this? It really takes consciousness of thought. Otherwise, you'll get ripped into a swirl. I mean, you can get really worked up. There's nothing you can do about it. And I'm talking about it because it's a very practical matter. I'll bet you a good piece of chocolate cake that somebody listening right now fell prey to the horrible driving conditions getting into work or wherever they had to go. And, you know, it takes a lot. You really have to, and it's inexplicable.
A friend of mine was telling me she came from a town around about 20,000 people. The speed limit in the town throughout the whole town was 35. There was never a traffic.
They do that to the parking lot here.
And she was explaining to me as we were sitting in traffic on a Saturday about they have never had a traffic jam even when there's an accident because everybody, you know, moves their car to the side. In the state of Florida, people don't realize that if you're involved in a fender bender, move your car
to the side.
Supposed to. Well, I used to ticket people for not moving their car.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Boy, you were a hit.
Yeah. It's like number 4 on the driver's test, right? It says move your car from the side. Well, that causes rubberneckers.
Yeah, visual slowdowns.
Yeah.
It could be, and sometimes the troopers will sit off to the side of the road, not pull anybody over, but they have their lights on. Mm-hmm. And that causes traffic to back up. It's just the slightest perturbation that will.
Well, do you know why they're sitting there, don't you?
Reading a book?
No, they got their laptop, and they don't want to try to drive and use their laptop at the same time.
Okay.
They go to the next call. So.
All right. I have no problem with them. I mean, they can sit there all day for all I care.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stories trending. Which one do I pick? We always invite you to join in the conversation. And managing your time, managing your emotions, managing your stress. I'm just telling you, stress is a killer. That's not a cliche. That's a fact. And the more I learn, the more I understand how that process works, that flight or flight response, and all the hormones that get kicked in, and how it affects the various systems of your body. It would cause you to want to go to a Buddhist monastery and meditate. It is dangerous. But the irony is that it's a system that contributed to our survival, but it's also now contributing to our demise. Here's how to connect.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. Dr. Garko's personal email is drgarko@letstalknutrition.com. Follow us on Facebook. Like us, share us with your friends at Let's Talk Nutrition, on Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition, and subscribe to our YouTube channel where we have over 54,000 views at Let's Talk Nutrition on YouTube. And if you sign up for alerts, you get alerts when we come on live. So
today, the American Academy of Pediatrics. I've reported on this story before, this theme. Issued the most strongly worded policy it could, without using expletives, I think. A policy statement about what? Spanking children. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, they firmly and staunchly say parents should not spank children. They warn against harmful effects of corporal punishment administered even in the home or in school. Now, I don't know what schools can do that, but you can't be touching anybody. The Academy, which represents 67,000 doctors, recommended that pediatricians advise parents against the use of spanking. Now, I'm going to tell you that I don't know how many of those 67,000 doctors belong to the Academy of American Academy of Pediatrics, but I wonder it's going to be a small number that's going to say to a parent, "You can't spank Johnny."
Florida's got corporal punishment still.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You have to sign off a permission slip for your son or daughter, or
what parent would do that?
I don't know, but it's still.
Would you?
Absolutely not. No.
You're not going to let somebody spank your daughter.
No, but it's still on the books as far as allowed in Florida school system. Again, it just has to be signed off on by the parent.
No, sir.
Wow.
Absolutely not. We had corporal punishment when I was in school, even in high school. And I remember being put up against a locker and a 6'3", 250-pound ex-football player wailing into us with a board across our bottom, leaning against. I'll never forget it, leaning against the locker. And I saw football players, tough guys, break down, man. They do that today. That guy should have been arrested. There's no, sir. Absolutely not. Nobody would. No, man. This is a very important issue. Parents are very protective about it, though. I know people spank their children. I'm not a fan. Apparently, in the American Academy of Pediatrics, it's violence, man. If a child doesn't want to eat their spinach, what are you going to do? Beat them into submission to eat it?
My mom made me sit at the table.
That's what I did. Oh, I spent so much time at that table, seeing that green slimy stuff fly across the plate.
Almost 52% of men experience erectile dysfunction and benign prostatic hyperplasia. If you've had challenges with virility, sexual health, or low energy, Body Vigor's Alpha Extension may be the answer for you. Body Vigor's Alpha Extension can help revitalize your alpha male and extend your love. Our formula is one of the highest quality nutraceuticals available, formulated to support the processes involved in promoting a healthy male sex drive, energy, and stamina. Alpha Extension has 2 powerful herbal blends, Virilo Max, which focuses on male sexual health, and T-Pump Activator, which helps balance your testosterone levels. Revitalize your alpha male with Body Vigor's Alpha Extension, exclusively available on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for stay on that story about the American Academy of Pediatrics. I think it's an important story. It deals with children and corporal punishment. Now, parents believe, and this is an interesting debate. This debate goes on all the time, that parents believe that they have the right to administer corporal punishment or otherwise spank their children. Well, apparently the American Academy of Pediatrics thinks that that's a bad idea. A Dr. Robert Sedge, a pediatrician at Tufts Medical Center and the Floating Hospital for Children in Boston. I don't know what that is. What is that, Gary? Floating, Float, Floating Hospital for Children in Boston, said, quote, one of the most important relationships we have is the relationship between ourselves and our parents. And it makes sense to eliminate or limit fear and violence in that loving relationship, close quote. Wow. The Academy's new policy will be published in December issue of the Journal of Pediatrics and updates 20-year-old guidance on discipline that recommended parents should be encouraged not to spank. That's interesting choice of words, isn't it? Spank. It's really a beating, right? I mean, the organization's latest statement stems from a body of research that was unavailable 20 years ago. So, I mean, this is something. They put themselves on a line here because parents are going to push back on this. And a parent's going to say, you have no right to tell me what I can do with my child. I think that's true up to a point.
Oh.
So what is the floating hospital?
It started off as a boat. The Floating Hospital for Children at Tufts Medical Center has pioneered healthcare for pediatric patients. Floating Hospital was established in 1894 as a hospital ship sailing in Boston Harbor. Now it's part of Tufts Medical Center, and it's actually has a building now.
Wow. So effective discipline involves practicing, they said, empathy and understanding how to treat your child in different stages in development to teach them how to cool down when things get explosive. That's a quote by Dr. Vincent Paolucci, a child abuse pediatrician, which is an interesting title, at Hassenfeld Children's Hospital in NYU Langone, New York University's Langone Center. I don't know. I don't recall.
Did you spank Kim?
No.
Yeah. I've spanked my children, each one time. That was it. And I felt terrible for like hours.
Oh, it does. I mean, you have the one who's being punished and the punisher, and I don't know. It would be interesting to hear what the audience thinks. Of course, I'm not a fan, but that doesn't mean you are certainly entitled to your view and what you do with your child. It's, that is, I would never tell a parent what to do.
You can leave comments on our Facebook. Maria's listening now. Call us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
So, Dr. Paolucci said that we just can't take away spanking. We have to give parents something to replace it with. Well, that's true. And how do you discipline the child? And children can act out, man. We know this, right? We all did it. I was a handful, I'm sure. A 2013 Harris poll of 2,286 adults surveyed online found 67% of parents said that they had spanked their children, and 33% had not. In 1995, however, check this out, 80% of parents said they engaged in spanking their child, while 19% said they had not. So as time has gone on, that particular form of discipline has decreased in its frequency, or attitudes about it have changed. And the attitudes about spanking are changing, no doubt. Although 7 in 10 adults in the United States agree a good hard spanking is sometimes necessary to discipline a child. That's a quote according to a 2014 General Social Survey. Wow.
Mary from Odessa writes, I'm not a fan of it. I hated doing it, but to me it was unnecessary at the time.
parenting is so stressful, right? And parents are humans. You build up an inventory of stress, and you got 2 and 3 kids, maybe, and a lot going on, and Lord knows what. You could find yourself in a situation where you lose your patience, and it's how you're going to spank the child. I thought I'd share it with you. It's an important topic. Children, they're children. You have to remember they're children.
I just want somebody to send me to my room to take a nap, Doc. Just go to your room, take a nap. Okay.
Time out. Go to time out. We come back, we'll talk some more. We'll see where this goes. I don't think we've heard the last of this. I think parents will push back on it. I'm waiting for some pediatrician, local pediatrician. Mrs. Jones, you cannot spank you shouldn't spank your child. Right? She's going to spank him. We'll be back.
I'm Joy McCarthy, holistic nutritionist, and I expect more from my multivitamin. I've researched many vitamins, and what's truly different about Every Woman's One Daily from New Chapter is that it's fermented with probiotics and whole foods and gentle even on an empty stomach. Every Woman's One Daily helps you feel good every day, giving you immune, energy, and stress support, and nutrients for bone and heart health. You will notice a difference. Every Woman's One Daily recently won the Best Multivitamin Award, and I love that it's non-GMO project verified. Discover the wisdom of nature with New Chapter.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Figure's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce.
Watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on Nutrition, this early week edition of LTN. Let's go to Palm Harbor, Florida. Mildred, welcome to the show. It's nice to have you on. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, hi. I have experience with children. I used to be a monitor on the playground during recess time.
Yes.
And how you handle children, how I did it. I would never think of touching them, period. But I never raised your voice. Always be very, very quiet. And that'll get them all the time. So when I can spot kids when they're going into trouble, so I just walk right up to them and say, don't even think about it. and then they always try to get you. They're always after me because they're big kids and I'm not too big, and I'm the only one with 45 kids. So anyway, this one kid was mimicking me. You know, he's saying behind my back, and yet all the other little kids go, oh. So I turned around and I looked at him. I said, hey, come here. And I did what I did. And then I said, see what I did? Now do it. And he did it. And I said, that's pretty good. I said, if you're going to do it, you better do it right.
How old were these youngsters?
They were, 10, 12.
Well, they're not.
Third, fourth.
Yeah, they can be a handful. And
they were. But I never had any trouble with them.
I don't know if you saw it on the news, and I didn't catch the whole story, but they had film of a teacher punching a student. Did you see?
Oh my God.
Did you happen to see that, Gary? Do you know the story on that? I don't.
I'll look it up real quick.
But it was very violent. I mean, they were going. I mean, the teacher was just pounded this kid, hit him in the. I think it looked what I could see hit him in the face, punched him. That is. It can get out of hand. In some school districts, you have school resource officers in the building, and sometimes more than one, Gary?
Yeah. Here in Hillsborough County, I can think of 4 or 5 high schools that have 2 resource officers. Plus security.
These are armed police officers in the building. It can get difficult. Now, we're talking about high school, junior high, and it's tough. I don't know, Mildred. I just think that corporal punishment takes you down a road that I think it runs out of there's no, after that there's nothing. I mean, what's
Well, my point to the meeting was, I wouldn't give the teachers permission to touch the kids because, say, for instance, they were driving to work and they hit some traffic and they got mad. They go to work and they got to take it out on somebody, and sometimes they take it out on the kids.
Yeah, I know. It's true.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I could see a teacher being caught up in traffic and, being going to be late for school, and by the time they get to school, they're a mess from the stress. And yeah, I mean, we all fall prey to it. We all do.
Oh,
Me, everybody.
Right. That's right. They might have had a fight with their wife or something.
Who knows?
Before they got to school. Who knows?
That's right. And so we have to be careful. But children are vulnerable, especially these little ones. 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade. They're vulnerable. California teacher caught on camera punching 14-year-old boy. That video is disturbing. I saw it. I said, oh, my goodness. We'll take a look at that story. Thank you, Mildred, for sharing your story, and thank you for listening to the show. Appreciate that. People in everyday life having to deal with this. There's another group of people that are vulnerable, and that's the elderly. And oftentimes the elderly suffer from loneliness. Not being alone. Many are very self-sustaining, self-sufficient, and know how to be alone. But far too many are lonely. Turns out that being lonely puts them at risk for dementia. Recent research into older adults confirms the hypothesis that loneliness is tied to an increased risk of developing dementia. I mean, that's stunning. Think about that for a second. You think of dementia as some sort of biological related disease where the brain is deteriorating. Well, loneliness may have biological effects, but it's not a biological variable necessarily. If you know a biochemical, well, maybe it is in its effect. But the study revealed that the effect ranges across a diversity of people and is independent of how much social contact they have. You can have a lot of social contact but still be lonely. It turns out, from my alma mater, FSU, Florida State University, in Tallahassee, Florida, love that town, they had data from 12,030 people from the Health and Retirement Study. It's a U.S. government-sponsored longitudinal survey of a nationally representative sample of people 50 and older. That's an interesting data set. They report their findings in the paper. The journal is the Journals of Gerontology, Series B. And Dr. Angelina Sutton said, quote, "We are not the first people to study this phenomenon or to show that, quote, loneliness is associated with increased risk of dementia." She's right. I mean, there's a line of research that has captured this theme. But, she said, this is by far the largest sample yet with a long follow-up. That's important. And the population was more diverse, close quote. The study contained measures of loneliness and social isolation, and they also included a range of risk factors that were behavioral, clinical, and genetic in nature. Now, I don't have the instrument that they used, so I can only go by what the reports are. Through telephone interviews, individuals had also completed assessments of cognitive ability, a low score on which indicates dementia. These these psychometrics that they use, these instruments are typically they're valid and they're reliable. They measure what they say they measure, and they measure it the same way all the time. It's validity and reliability. They did this at the start of the study, and then every 2 years for up to 10 years, during which 1,104 people developed dementia. So they followed these people closely. So this seems like a pretty good study to me, just from the reports. When I come back, I'm going to share with you how much of a risk is it. You're going to be shocked. Loneliness. Not being alone, but loneliness. And by the way, you shouldn't assume that just because there's a lot going on in that person's life, a lot of contact, that they're not lonely.
Women who are pregnant or planning to have a child have specific nutritional needs. Maintaining optimal nutritional intake is important for mother and baby. Body Vigor's Preferred Prenatal can help mother and baby receive the appropriate building blocks for growth, development, and healthy function. The Preferred Prenatal formula provides essential vitamins and minerals, along with added support ingredients such as folic acid and DHA. Preferred Prenatal also incorporates a bonus herbal blend to help the mom-to-be with the uncomfortable side effects of pregnancy, like nausea, vomiting, mood swings, and uterine health. Support a healthy pregnancy for you and your baby with Preferred Prenatal, exclusively on Amazon.com.
YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. There's this interesting study out. It's not the first of its kind, and it's relevant to everybody listening and watching this show. And you don't have to be elderly to be lonely, okay? At any age, it can happen. The question is, what is it? Well, but this study, what I found, what caught my attention, was that the increased risk for dementia was you had a 4 in 10 chance of getting dementia attributed to loneliness. 40% increase. I mean, that was over a 10-year follow-up in this study. They just didn't have one exposure to these people and they were done with them. I mean, that 40% chance, a 40% increased risk. My God, you're 10 points away from 50%. People who reported feeling lonely were also more likely to have other risk factors for dementia. They were depressed. They suffered from high blood pressure. Some suffered from diabetes. They were also likelier to smoke and be less physically active. My. Even after they adjusted for those risk factors, loneliness still emerged as a strong predictor for dementia. Now, I report on this because I know what the numbers are with the elderly and how many there are and what's going on in that world with them. I'm keenly aware. And every person listening knows somebody who's elderly. You have a parent, you have a sibling, you have a friend, and we're all going to get there sooner or later. But this, again, I want to emphasize, loneliness is not just indigenous to that cohort, the elderly. Now, medically speaking, psychologically speaking, when you start to talk about loneliness, pardon me, you have to say, well, what is it? And it's not loneliness is not necessarily being physically alone. It is a perception of being alone. It's your perception and a sense of isolation that you may experience. It's really a state of mind. And some define it as an inability to find meaning in one's life. Feeling negative or unpleasant. There's various definitions of it. Subjective negative feeling related to the deficient social relations. You can know a lot of people and still feel lonely. Listen, I think about him often. Anthony Bourdain committed suicide. He knew more people. I mean, are you kidding? He was so socially connected with others. For him to commit suicide, he had to be very despondent. And one wonders, did he have a sense of loneliness? I wonder. You wouldn't think it. I've been watching these final episodes on CNN of, his show, and it's heartbreaking to think you're sitting there. It's a strange experience. You know he's gone, and you're sitting there watching him as if, and it's an odd experience. I don't know if you've been doing that, watching it yourself. These final episodes of his show that I absolutely loved. That was he had a great run with that on CNN. And the day when they found him, and he was in Paris, he was with his crew. They were filming. He was with people, his friends, close friends on the show. And he hung himself in a room. I mean, you have to be in a very despondent, lonely place to do that. And the elderly are vulnerable. Physically, emotionally, psychologically. Oftentimes forgotten. And I try to be a voice for the elderly. I do. I try because I understand it. I'm no spring chicken myself, as the saying goes. I'm deep into the life cycle. We make jokes about it, but I understand. And we have more. This show reaches thousands of people. And when you look at the platform, it's a huge platform, and a substantial portion of this audience is elderly. And as I sit here talking to you now, you can rest assured that there is more than a few that are identify with what I'm saying. We have a responsibility for them, to them. They were our parents. They were, a sibling, whomever, a good friend. We live in such a discard society. People would sometimes, in the old days, back in the day, people would wear their clothes till they wore out. Now people buy something, they wear it once or twice, and they discard it. And we tend to do that with people as well, it seems to me. And I find it so odd, Gary, given, and if anybody even knows, you do, how this world is connected electronically, digitally. Social media was intended to connect people and to make people realize, how important relationships are. In some ways, it has had a boomerang effect. In some ways. And we live in such an age of information and supposed connection. And and I'm having to report on loneliness and being connected to dementia in the elderly. Can't make that up. It's just, it bothers me a lot. You can tell. It really does. Because it doesn't have to happen. Being old doesn't mean being useless. The elderly serve a wonderful purpose. They possess wisdom, experience, insight. And after all, they are humans, right?
Are your joints feeling out of date and stiff? Is that old sports injury flaring up? Is your body aching from the daily wear and tear at work? Body Vigor's Joint Ready keeps you at the ready for any joint pain that gets out of line. Unfortunately, as we age, joint pain becomes more common. Body Vigor's Joint Ready can help provide relief so you can continue to go about your day. Our formula contains sulfated forms of glucosamine and chondroitin. Studies show that these sulfated forms are more effective than regular glucosamine bound to hydrochloride. Joint Ready promotes a healthy inflammatory response, facilitates cartilage synthesis, and provides additional antioxidants. Keep your joints at the ready with Body Vigor's Joint Ready, exclusively on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. And welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Start of a new week. Thank you for tuning in today. And Jim Lavelle is my guest in this portion of the show. Always enjoy having Jim on, and we'll chat with him. He's talking about in that first hour a couple of stories with children and the elderly. Talking about corporal punishment. The American Academy of Pediatrics has come out with what is being reported as a stern and strong statement about corporal punishment. And they're not in favor of it. They think it's deleterious to the health of the child and has consequences, short and long term. Now, and they're encouraged, there's 67,000 doctors that belong to that outfit. And I'm sure they're encouraging these doctors, these pediatricians, to tell parents, don't spank your child or recommend. I can't help think that, my goodness, there are going to be parents that are going to say, you know what? It's none of your business. Wouldn't surprise me a bit. And would even change physician. Make them mad enough. I'm not a fan of corporal punishment. I don't believe in it. I don't think it works. I think it by definition, is punitive. I think there are ways to teach humans, children, how to behave. And by behave, meaning, to conduct themselves in ways that are not disruptive and violate other people's rights and space and, and just be destructive to themselves, others, and whatever. I mean, I could go on about that. I don't need to say any much more about it. You all know more about that than I do. But I just think that there are better ways to do it. I can understand why parents feel they have the right to do it. I get that. I'm a parent. I understand. But I don't know. Then I talked about the elderly and this new study. It's not the first. It's part of it's a very robust line of research looking at loneliness. And that line of research is segmented into different tracks, but the one theme there, one track, is loneliness in the elderly. And this study said that people that are lonely, and however they operationalized it in the study. I was giving you some medical definitions earlier, that those who were lonely tended to have a 40% greater risk of suffering from dementia. That is a significant, that's not just statistically significant. That is vitally important. 40% chance, a 4 in 10 greater chance? I mean, really? I mean, that is something. And they said that even people that had a lot of social contact, some of whom were still lonely as the way they operationalized it in the study. You know, you just can't, it's a state of mind. It's how you feel about yourself, you know, a sense of maybe helplessness and hopelessness at times, depression. And it's correlated in the study. It was correlated with other variables, other risk factors. People who were lonely tended to smoke and tended to be less physically active. They tended to have heart disease, diabetes, and suffer from depression. I gave you that all from memory, Gary.
That's not bad.
And I looked at that once. I'm right. My numbers are right. What I reported. Am I reporting what I reported earlier? I am, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I found that there were two very vulnerable populations, the young children and the elderly. And again, I'll say it one more time, we need to do a better job in this country in taking care of the elderly. We are horrible at it. Terrible. F. We get a grade of F. We are, and I said it, F. Failure. We are not doing a good job with the elderly. We're not. Maybe it's not quite an F grade, but it's certainly not an A or a B, I can tell you that. We have a lot of improvement there. Visit a nursing home or two.
Oh, yeah.
You tell me what you see. And you tell me if that's the way. I still can't get it out of my mind. You know, my mom was only in a nursing home for a short time. And relatively speaking, a year. That was a very rich learning experience for me. Changed my view about a lot of things, and it stuck with me. Jim Lavell's my guest, and Jim is an educator for Wakunaga of America. The brand, their featured brand, of course, is Kyolic. And Jim has probably one of the best jobs around. He gets to travel, he gets to work with people and help people. I always have him describe what he does, and it's an interesting. He has an interesting point of view, and you'll see what I mean in his take on things. James, welcome back to the show. It's great to have you on, man.
Hey, man, it's always on your show, man. It's the best. I'm ready to go. It's Monday.
You have children, if I recall, yes?
I do.
How do you feel as a parent about corporal punishment? I'm curious because I respect your opinion. You're a thoughtful guy. You're an educated guy. I mean, you know, you're not walking around in the days.
You know what? It's interesting. I think just like no one diet fits all, no one correction fits all. So I think parents need to do a better job of learning how to be parents to begin with. I mean, I see so many people that do a terrible job. They're trying to be their kid's friend instead of being their parents. And so for me, I did have a few instances where, you know what, my son needed a correction and all the talking to him in the world wasn't going to do it. So I'm not against it, but I do think that there are people that take it too far, and then I think that once again, you know, it's one of those things where you got to read your stinking child and figure out what's going on, and then try to do your best to guide them and bring them up to be respectful, to honor their elders, to not be disruptive, to understand what's appropriate. There's nothing wrong with any of that, and
no,
I
it's
think
necessary.
we just do a terrible job on every level for the most part. I think we so many parents are too worried about that. Now I know it's got nothing to do with nutrition, but you know I have families in all the time in my practice, and it's almost like the kid is telling the parent what they're willing to do or not do when they're sitting there, you know, in trouble health wise. You know, you got to man up. You got to be a parent.
I understand. I get what you said. I mean, I hear you. How did you feel when you administered corporal punishment? How did you feel within yourself?
Well, I mean, you know what? I kind of did it. I always look for how do I get the drama in it. So I'd have him, the few times that he had to have it, and I mean maybe 2 or 3 times, because basically in an Italian family, you can if you really master the art of looking at somebody the wrong way, it's worse than any spanking you can give.
Oh, I know.
So I had mastered the art of that Italian
that
eye
look,
thing.
that look, huh?
So,
that look.
That look.
That look.
Uh-oh, that's the dad look. This isn't good for me.
This isn't good for me. Yeah. I think it's an interesting topic. And it's here we are in the 21st century, right? With all the insight, technology, and know-how. We're still trying to figure out corporal punishment. My goodness.
As a
Women who are pregnant or planning to have a child have specific nutritional needs. Maintaining optimal nutritional intake is important for mother and baby. Body Vigor's Preferred Prenatal can help mother and baby receive the appropriate building blocks for growth, development, and healthy function. The Preferred Prenatal formula provides essential vitamins and minerals, along with added support ingredients such as folic acid and DHA. Preferred Prenatal also incorporates a bonus herbal blend to help the mom-to-be with the uncomfortable side effects of pregnancy, like nausea, vomiting, mood swings, and uterine health. Support a healthy pregnancy for you and your baby with Preferred Prenatal, exclusively on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garka. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garka. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garka. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. It's my guest. Always good to have him on. Jim, you alluded to your practice. I know I've asked you to do it before, but the audience is always growing and changing. Explain and describe, please, briefly, what you do in your practice, what you do for a living.
Well, what I've done for the last 35 years is just personalize my approach to people's chemistry. So we do a metabolic workup that really targets where the person is disrupted, where they're out of balance, and then really work at creating solutions to those things first. Because the biggest thing that happens is, at least in our natural product arena, is a lot of times people say, hey, you need a multi, you need a probiotic, you need a D, you need a fish oil. Hey, but before you know it, you got 20 pills on the shelf, and you haven't given them something that's going to make them feel better. So I'm a big believer in getting people to feel a difference so that you can convince them to change their lifestyle. And that's probably what I would say I teach my 4,000 docs that I train a year, and why I'm doing things at the Institute for Hall of Fame Life with the NFL, and where I'm starting to work with some special forces folks. It's because it's got to be results oriented, and I think there's a misnomer that natural products can't be effective and fast at solving problems, because I believe they're incredibly effective and can be incredibly fast at solving problems for people.
So are you a pharmacist by trade or what?
I'm a clinical pharmacist. I'm boarded in clinical nutrition. I got my doctorate in naturopathic medicine. I got my diplomat in homeopathic pharmacy and homeopathic medicine. I got a master's in theology. So, I've kind of studied a little bit of everything.
That's probably the most important degree of all of them. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you know what? It's interesting. I still look at everything as a pharmacist, because whether it's an emotion, a toxin, a vitamin, a drug, everything affects a receptor.
Absolutely.
And once you start to understand that, then you start to be kind of unbiased about what's causing people to have their problems, right? It can be environmental, it can be emotional, it can be a nutrient deficiency, it can be a drug that they've been on. Mm-hmm. Anything can affect the receptors in your body that are the switches that turn on or off the way you're feeling, either in a positive way, negative way, feeling sick, feeling well.
So, you do labs. Every patient is different. So, what is the most common? I mean, is there a general blood test that you would give to everybody, and then you sort of like a general a metabolic profile, and then you add on to that to get at the particular issues and features of that patient, or what? How do you do that?
Yeah, so we developed a software program actually where you feed in things like glucose and homocysteine and lipids and what your kidney functions like and what your liver functions like and what your electrolytes are like, insulin levels, hormone levels.
Wow.
And it gives a very comprehensive first look at someone, and then you can begin to specialize. Does for example, if they came up with antibodies to their thyroid, meaning that their immune system's attacking their thyroid,
right?
Do they need a food allergy panel? Does this person look like they have environmental intoxication? Do they, are they exposed to things? Does it seem like that's a problem? Do they have an immune system that looks like maybe they have a mold exposure issue, or maybe they have some kind of chronic infection?
What is the most exotic among the more exotic cases you've had, where you get the blood work back, the lab, and you're saying, what's going on here?
Oh, my gosh, man. There's been so many of them. But, I remember one doc that worked in the anthrax lab for the government to get through college, and she had MS. And, it was kind of one of those things where you could see her immune system was really, all sideways from probably the exposures that she had gotten. And you work in these high-grade labs, you got solvents, you got all kinds of stuff you're getting exposed to. But, it's been amazing. I've seen so many different things over the years, because it's almost as if you're being an integrative care detective, right? You're being a house, but you're including vitamins and minerals and environment and history to the person's case. And it's fun. It's a blast. I've loved doing it for almost 35 years now.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever go ahead, Gary?
The 35 years that you've been working in the lab, has people's health getting better or worse?
Worse,
without a doubt.
Wow.
I mean,
in what ways, James?
It's just that in general, I think that lack of sleep, stress levels, and poor food quality, and the lack of physical exercise, just those four things erode people quickly. I mean, let's just face it. 80% of Americans are overweight. 50% of the U.S. population right now is either insulin resistant or diabetic. Give me a break. I don't need to go past that.
I know.
Forget about the fact that autoimmune disorders are going through the roof. People are more allergic than ever. Cancer is on the rise. I mean, it for all the Lululemon pants that are being sold, right? For all the health, clothing that people are buying, nobody's using them. And so I think it's really important people understand you have to work at your health. Now, do I believe that people can recapture their health? 100% I believe people can recapture their health, get the vitality they deserve. But I think people are sicker at earlier ages from when I first started doing this work almost 35 years ago.
My goodness. Boy. It's funny, all those themes that you touched upon, they constitute about 50 to, I say, 65% or more of the content of this show. Those four themes, constantly dealing with those: stress, sleep, exercise, diet, nutrition. People keep looking for exotic resolutions and answers to things, and sometimes it's right in front of us, and it's not as complicated as we want to make it. Jim Lavelle is our guest. Let's talk nutrition, coast to coast and globally.
Are your joints feeling out of date and stiff? Is that old sports injury flaring up? Is your body aching from the daily wear and tear at work? Body Vigor's Joint Ready keeps you at the ready for any joint pain that gets out of line. Unfortunately, as we age, joint pain becomes more common. Body Vigor's Joint Ready can help provide relief so you can continue to go about your day. Our formula contains sulfated forms of glucosamine and chondroitin. Studies show that these sulfated forms are more effective than regular glucosamine bound to hydrochloride. Joint Ready promotes a healthy inflammatory response, facilitates cartilage synthesis, and provides additional antioxidants. Keep your joints at the ready with Body Vigor's Joint Ready, exclusively on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. A lot of guests that come through here, and their backgrounds and training are varied. And Jim Lavelle is my guest today. He has an interesting, he is a pharmacist, a clinical pharmacist, and certified. And he's got training in nutrition and whatnot. And so, he's been in clinical practice, over 30 years. And so you're in that trench every day and you see a lot. So things are not in the abstract. For him, the world it gets pretty concrete and pretty real pretty quick, I'm sure. And when I asked him, well, what he ultimately said here, I asked him a number of questions. What he ended up saying was that, and Gary asked him a good question. Are people doing better these days, or are they doing or are they doing worse? And he said worse. He thinks that over the 30, 35 years in practice, he has not seen an improvement, but rather a decline in people's health. And the prevalence of obesity, type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, it's off the chain. And he touched upon 4 themes that I deal with on this show every in one way or another, one of them or some of them and maybe all of them nearly every day. Nutrition, diet and nutrition, sleep, exercise, stress. These are the rudiments of health. I call them the rudiments of health, the basic fundamentals. People keep looking to go to this exotic wherever and get some exotic therapy and treatment. And sometimes, if I'm going to ask them, James, at the end of the day, probably some of the things you recommend to people, they look at you, say, I'm paying you all this money for you to tell me I need to manage stress.
You know what's interesting is it's teaching people, and sometimes, the biggest thing I find is that, first of all, I mean, the reason everybody's getting in trouble is when you don't sleep and you don't eat well and you don't exercise and you don't manage your stress, you trigger a lot of inflammation in your body. So you trigger your immune system to create compounds that blow up your cell membranes and accelerate your rate of aging. And so, I mean, there's a central theme. And yeah, when I talk to people about stress, look, a lot of times their nervous system is so out of balance that they need to take something. I like them using an herb or a nutrient, whether you use theanine or relora or holy basil or kava. Use something just like traditional cultures. Since the beginning of time, the number one most respected herb in every culture that was written down, all right? This is since the beginning of pharmacology, were herbs that helped you respond to stress.
What about?
I think that's incredibly interesting.
What about? I know you know a thing or two about Kyolic aged garlic extract. Does aged garlic extract, the Kyolic brand, does that help with the immune system? Does it help in the moderation of inflammation in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, I mean, I think what I like about Kyolic is that they do studies. So there's, almost 800 publications now on aged garlic extract. The latest one being in people who were obese, that when they took aged garlic, their inflammatory compounds in their body went down significantly. And that's important because what a lot of people don't realize is when you're overweight or you're obese, you have the equivalent of a low-grade infection in your body. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, working on tearing your body down. So dampening your stress, that response to inflammation, that immune response is incredibly important. So Kyolic dampens two compounds called TNF-alpha and interleukin-6, two really important inflammatory compounds. And then the rest of it, we've talked a lot about in the past, which means, it reduces oxidation of your cholesterol. So your rate of resting of cholesterol goes down. And you're not going to plaque your arteries. Your arteries stay more pliable as you're aging. And that's important. As you age, those arteries have to stay flexible so that you can get blood flow to your brain all the way down to your toes. That's how you stay healthy. So I think it's incredibly important. It also helps to reset. A lot of people don't realize this. It does help your nervous system out quite a bit and helps reset what's called vagal tone.
What is that? What is that?
Well, vagal tone, you basically have a nerve called the vagus nerve.
Yes.
And your brain is telling your body what to do. Like when you sit down, stand up, your blood vessels have to adjust, right? Otherwise, you get lightheaded, you feel like you're going to pass out. So so vagal tone is your brain and the nervous system telling your heart and blood vessels, your neurovascular network, how to respond to movement, to workload, to demand. I'm walking, I'm running, I'm lifting, I'm changing positions. All of that stuff has to be changed on a dime, and your vagus nerve is what does it. And as you get under more stress, you lose something called vagal tone. And we measure this a lot, even in athletes quite a bit. You measure their heart rate variability and their vagal tone because you're trying to see, is their nervous system in the best shape possible? And what I find, people are stuck in many instances. Their blood pressures are a little high, so you look at their systolic or their top number blood pressure, it's 135. Their diastolic is 90, so their blood vessels are always a little stiff. and always a little driven by adrenaline so that they can't fully relax. And that's when you start losing vagal tone.
877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. You're listening to Jim Lavelle. So the Kyolic Age Garlic Extract, when you talk to your patient, under what circumstances do you prescribe it to your patients?
Well, the obvious stuff is, your blood pressure's starting to go up a little. Your lipids aren't they could stand some improvement. I recommend people take aged garlic extract before I recommend a multivitamin. And the reason is that when you look at the problems of today, insulin resistance, heart disease, inflammation, aged garlic really strikes at the heart of that, because there's even studies on it that shows that it helps insulin receptors, become more effective. So I think it really strikes at the heart of kind of what's aging modern man, and so I recommend it a lot. I mean, I think it's one of the most important things people can take, because it does help during cold and flu season. It does help your immune system. It does help your blood vessels to stay flexible, and it keeps your tissues from accelerating that rate of rusting that we're all worried about. We're all into anti-aging. I mean, I keep finding out. I mean, I'm doing all these anti-aging practices. Nobody's coming back in as an adolescent or as a child. We're trying to suspend the aging process as long as we can. That means we need to do things that help promote a health span, a healthier lifespan.
We'll be right back. Jim.
Women who are pregnant or planning to have a child have specific nutritional needs. Maintaining optimal nutritional intake is important for mother and baby. Body Vigor's Preferred Prenatal can help mother and baby receive the appropriate building blocks for growth, development, and healthy function. The Preferred Prenatal formula provides essential vitamins and minerals, along with added support ingredients such as folic acid and DHA. Preferred Prenatal also incorporates a bonus herbal blend to help the mom-to-be with the uncomfortable side effects of pregnancy, like nausea, vomiting, mood swings, and uterine health. Support a healthy pregnancy for you and your baby with Preferred Prenatal, exclusively on Amazon.com.
This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. Following commercial messages, the show will return shortly. LTN streams live Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and the LTN website. The show also airs on radio coast to coast, including Hawaii, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern. Please check your local listings. We'll be right back. This is Dr. Michael Garko. Thank you for watching Let's Talk Nutrition. The show will return shortly. PN health question of the day. Earlier in the show, I was talking about this new study that's out. It's not the first of its kind, but it's new. And it deals with loneliness and the loneliness related to the elderly. And they found that, generally speaking, they had statistically significant finding of a correlation between being lonely and dementia and an increased risk for dementia. What was the percent that they reported? What chance do you have of experiencing dementia if you're lonely? Was it I'll just give you two choices, a 20% chance or a 40% chance of suffering from dementia if you're lonely? With the right answer, you'll win a $25 supplement gift card.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
James, welcome back. So, certainly, Kyolic Age Garlic Extract, good for blood pressure? Yes. Right?
Absolutely.
What about cholesterol? We have a caller in Tampa. He's going to ask you about cholesterol, so keep that in the back of your mind. Bill, welcome to the show. Go ahead and talk to James.
Before I get to my question about LDL cholesterol, doctor, that what you're talking about, as you know, I visit a lot of people who have very little contact with the outside world. I would just urge anybody that has a relative, you've got 5 or 10 minutes to spare every day. I don't care if you're on the treadmill. Call grandma, call papa, call mama.
There you go.
They need you. They absolutely need that interaction, not once a week. They need it once a day, minimum.
Yeah, you see a lot.
Cost you anything to do it.
You see a lot of it. I know you do in your work.
Troubling, very troubling.
Oh, I know. People think that maybe I put too much of a spotlight on that. I don't think the spotlight can be bright enough or on it long enough. We need to do better at this, and I know we can, and we will. We'll work at it. What was your question about low-density lipoprotein?
If they have any products that will work on the LDL, it seems to be the hardest to budge.
There you go. Go ahead, James.
Well, you do get some benefit. You do get some benefit from Kyolic aged garlic on LDL cholesterol. One of the things that happens is the particle size tends to improve, so your LDL cholesterol tends to be a little fluffier. More importantly, is it doesn't rust. I mean, literally, the problem isn't LDL cholesterol; it's when it oxidizes. So it reduces oxidation or the rate of rusting of your LDL cholesterol by almost 90%, which is huge. There's really nothing else that does that. And what I do a lot of times when I'm trying to target cholesterol is I'll combine berberine with aged garlic extract, or you can get the cardiovascular formula from Kyolic, and that has some added agents in it. They've got one with red yeast rice that can also be a benefit.
Does that help answer your question, Bill?
And I just hope that I can get people to take it on a regimented basis.
How much
the trouble is,
let's talk about that for a second. Jim, how much should a person take on average? An average person, what would be the average dose?
Well, if you're looking for the benefits on cholesterol, full tilt, it'd be 1,200 milligrams twice a day, and I use the reserve. But many of the studies are at 1,200 milligrams daily, so 600 milligrams twice a day. And, I think it's like anything else. People don't forget to go to the grocery store and buy their cookies. They can stop forgetting about why they need to take their aged garlic. They have to become an active participant in their health. We emphasize that dramatically. I mean, we really get after that in our practice because until they decide they want to be empowered, they're just waiting for the next miracle pill, and there is no miracle pill.
Hmm. How do you get patients to be compliant, Jim?
It's not that hard. I mean, I think maybe it's because people come to me when they're really in trouble. They've already got a cancer diagnosis. They already have a condition that nobody else has figured out. So I think it's easier for me. It's not a fair question, because most people come to me are highly motivated to make a change. So, but even in regular life, I'd say when I'm talking with people, you make it for me, I make it pretty clear. It's like, what is it that you want to change about your life? I mean, what do you want? And it's like anything. If you want a house, you work for it. If you want a new car, you work for it. Oh, wow, I want a new refrigerator. I'm going to spend the next 6 months researching what refrigerator I want. Take the same approach to your health that you take with the next purchase that you're going to get that's going to gratify you. And I guarantee you doing decisions about your health will gratify you more than any new car, house, or refrigerator you're going to purchase.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Bill, I hope we answered your question. Let's go to Wesley Chapel, Florida. I'm familiar with Wesley Chapel. Rena, how are you? Nice to talk to you.
Thank you.
How you doing? Hi. Nice to have you on the air. It's nice out there in I'm near Wesley Chapel. I live out there in that area. So traffic is so difficult there.
Horrible.
Yes, horrible, terrible. F. It gets a grade of F out there. What's the answer to the question? What did they find in this study that being lonely, the elderly who are lonely, as they operationalized it in the study, increased the chance of dementia? Was it 20% or 40%?
40%.
40%. That's pretty stunning to me. Yeah, I'm blown away by that. I would have thought 10%, 15%, 40%. Wow. Well, congratulations. You won a $25 supplement gift card. We thank you for listening to the show. We're very grateful. Thank you so much.
I love the show.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate you.
Oh, well, thank you. We appreciate you, too. Without you, there is no show. So thank you so much for your kind words. Jim, I appreciate you. I know you're good at what you do, man. You work at it, and you help a lot of people. And that's why we like having you on the show. Your advice today was good advice. Kyolic Age Garlic Extract. I'm a fave. My fave is the Reserve, the Kyolic Reserve. 1,200 milligrams a day. Should keep the doctor away, hopefully. Jim, take care of yourself. Please give my best to everybody, okay?
I will. Thanks for having me on the show.
It's our pleasure. Your health is your wealth. I'll see you tomorrow.